So after I moved to Chicago because I had to, I took the first job that was offered to me, and that was not a good job because the business owner promised a lot of things that we couldn't fulfill. So I felt very uncomfortable, and she said, well, I was working as a developer. She said, well, I have a friend who's a good developer and he will sit down with you and give you some pointers. So I met with that person and I explained what was going on. And probably unbeknownst to her, he basically said, well, if this is ripping you apart inside of you, and you're so unhappy, then you need to do what's right. You need to do what you feel is the right choice for your profession and your skills. So half a week later, I resigned and I started freelancing, not knowing at all if I would have a client and how I would make money that year. But interestingly enough, me leaving had led another person who had worked there for way longer to find the courage to leave as well, and she had a project we could collaborate on together. So there are several lessons in here. The first one is that other person truly gave me the right advice, even if it was kind of against his friend at that point, really, but it was the right advice. And then the second lesson is that for whatever short amount of time you are somewhere, treat people right, because that person might be the one quitting too and bringing you on on a project. And the third lesson is that things work out. I mean, even if you don't have a project lined up, you don't know how you will make money. If you are bold enough to do what's right for you, then it'll work out. And the reason this is a good lesson for my target audience is because a lot of physicians are in a similar situation where they're caught at a hospital or as an employee in a group where they really don't practice medicine the way they originally intended. They feel burned out. They feel like they don't help patients, and they need to make the decision whether they want to start their own private practice or not.
Yeah, and they need to take risks.